How you guys doing today? I know that a lot of you email us all the time about giving out some of our natural health and beauty recipes under the Green Stations banner. And today we're going to work on coconut oil toothpaste, but not your ordinary coconut oil recipe. We actually make the world's first all-natural commercial coconut oil toothpaste, but you can do the same or better at home. There's just a few tricks to know. First of all, you see a lot of these recipes, on YouTube, online, and most of them make a very big mistake at the beginning because they have you basically start with a solid coconut oil and then mix it into a paste from there. And you really don't get the right consistency when you're adding things like baking soda and herbals and things like that. So what you have to do is, number one, start with pure virgin coconut oil, which basically looks like this. You can buy it in a lot of health food stores, grocery markets. Just make sure it's 100% organic virgin coconut oil that basically melts at 76 degrees or over. So you can keep it, in a warm area and let it sit for a few hours and mix it a little and it will melt. But probably the best way, and this is how it actually looks when it's melted, it's a clear liquid. I like to use a hot plate, which you can get for about 20 bucks in Walmart, or you can get a pan of warm water, get it going, get it simmering on the stovetop, and then take your Pyrex and just gently place it in the water, and basically your coconut oil is going to start like this and it's going to end up looking like this as it melts and gets to about 80 degrees, and that's really the key to the mixture. You can also do it in a microwave, 30 seconds at a time. It works just fine. I personally don't like that way. I'd rather just do it on the stovetop or a boiler. But the key is to get it into the liquid form. Now we're going to make approximately 4 ounces of coconut oil toothpaste today. So basically that's what we're starting with, which is it's about half a cup, okay? And you can use, a variety of things, including baking soda. But don't go nuts with the baking soda. A lot of people they do like half and half, or they'll do, 4 tablespoons of coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of baking soda. It's just too much. You're never going to get the right mixture. You're going to have clumps, and it's just not all going to be soluble into the coconut oil. So that's the key. So we start here with our heated up coconut oil, and right now it's probably about 80 degrees. So we're going to gently just start sifting a tablespoon of baking soda in, and we're going to stir with our metal whisk here. And let's pour the rest in. And you just want to stir until you really just see it start to become almost like a darker liquid. You can see it almost turning into a paste somewhat. It almost looks like wax in a way that's melted. And just make sure that it's evenly in there. That's the key. Now, if you want some extra teeth whitening power, you can also add something like bentonite clay. Is a great thing to add. It adds kind of a detergent aspect to it. Again, don't go too much. For every 4 ounces or half a cup of coconut oil, don't use more than a tablespoon of combined ingredients such as baking soda, such as bentonite clay. So in this case, if we didn't do a full tablespoon of baking soda, we could have done half a tablespoon of baking soda and half a tablespoon of bentonite clay. Either way, it's a great formulation. So we stir it really good. We get that nice consistency. You can see that it's mixed in very well. And then you can add pretty much any kind of flavoring ingredient, or even things that help with the antibacterial properties. Now alone, the coconut oil actually helps prevent tooth decay, and it helps fight bacteria. There's no doubt about it. And of course, baking soda helps cleanse the teeth, works like a detergent in a way without harming the enamel on your teeth, as long as you don't go crazy with it. But it's safe to use every day, as long as you're, again, not making too gritty of a formulation. Now here I have spearmint oil. You can get this in any health food store pretty much. Notice we have a bigger jar because we work with things on more of an industrial level. I mean, for instance, we buy tubs of coconut oil. You don't need that. You can buy a small jar in the store. So what I'm going to do, and you just do this to taste because you're just making a little bit. So I say, start with a few drops and just kind of enough where you get the aroma. So let's just put 5 drops in there. That looks really good like that. And of course I spilled a little. So always have your handy paper towels right here in case you're an idiot like me who spills stuff. And then just stir it around again with your whisk. Keep stirring. It's still a nice liquid form here. All right. Smells very good, very spearminty. And now, you can use just about any container you find. I like these little jars, the same thing that we actually put our coconut oil toothpaste in. You can get these even just in packs of like 12 online. There's a lot of companies that sell these little types of jars. And they're cute, especially if you're going to make it for gifts for other people, because you can actually print your own labels using like Avery online. There's some great labels nowadays that you can put on your little products. And these tops actually are cool because they're pressure sensitive, and so there's a seal in here. So once that's screwed down, it becomes a safety seal that you actually rip off when you're done, when you open the product. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fill the jars. And again, this will do, because you know it's 4 ounces, which half a cup, which also equates to about 4 fluid ounces of liquid. So if you use like a little measuring cup that way. So again, these are 2 2-ounce jars. You could also fill 1 4-ounce jar. Works the same. And it's basically that simple. What we do now is screw on the tops, nice and tight. And again, you don't have to use jars, you know, these types of jars. You can find, you know, any type of container that you can open the top on and scoop it out, because you don't want to have to squeeze it out, because it won't work, because it won't be in liquid form. And you don't want it in liquid form. You want your mouth to dissolve it as it goes in. And it can also be used for oil pulling as well as brushing your teeth, which is great. So I made these nice and tight, and you can see I use the same jars we use on our coconut oil toothpaste from Green Stations. And now I just shake it up a little bit just to make sure that any of the powder, whether it's bentonite clay or baking soda, is mixed in well. And then what you do is you place this in the refrigerator. You can just put it in 4 or 5 hours, it's done, but put it in overnight and it becomes a paste again, just like this. And it's actually very sturdy once it's mixed together. It will not melt on you unless it's over 76 degrees. It'll start to melt on you. And then if that happens, just pop it back in the fridge for a little bit and it'll harden right up again. You can dip your toothbrush directly in here, or we sell these actually with these little black spatulas, cosmetic spatulas. You can use those as well, and you can get those online. You can even use like a little popsicle sticks and that sort of thing to, you know, that way everybody can share and it's a little more sanitary. You're not just dipping your toothbrush in there. And what you end up with this toothpaste is something that will not only help whiten your teeth naturally, but helps fight or prevent tooth decay, and that's a fact. And depending on the other little essential oils that you add for flavoring and such, it also helps with antibacterial properties, such as, for instance, the spearmint oil has natural antibacterial properties, so it also helps improve the health of your gums and your teeth in general. So it's pretty simple. It can be done in a few minutes. Everybody loves it. It works extremely well, and there's no, no SLS or any kind of fake detergents or chemicals or things, or fluoride, or things that are really not necessarily so good for you. So there you go. Make your own coconut oil toothpaste and do it the right way, so you get a really nice mixture and a really professional product that you could even sell yourself or give away as gifts to people. And don't forget to check back to our channel from time to time and see what kind of new recipes we have for you. And that's it from Wayne Perry and Green Stations today.